Hey friends! It is that time of the month. We are going to talk about what to do in your garden for the month of August. I didn't do July, but if you missed out on the previous months, go check out the playlist and follow through. I live in South Texas in zone 9, so we are still in the heat of the summer. This is actually the last month where it's actually really hot, and it's still considered part of a hot season with temperatures ranging between 70 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's really hot still, which allows us here to have a long growing season, which in fact I am still growing some things that are for summer, and I hope that I have at least 3 months before our temperatures change. Now next month we're going to start our warm season again, which means that I can start some of my cold season varieties so that I have a long winter growing season. Sorry if it's really windy, but I've been trying to record this for the last couple of days and this is what I get, so I'm so sorry. Before we get started, I added something new, something that I've been waiting for since a while ago, but officially since January, and I'm almost done with it. Let me know if you figure out what it is. I'll give you a clue. I like puzzles, so I think this would be fun. Let me know if you guess it down in the comments below. So here's the clue. This is actually the clue. It's the way I'm filming. So if you guess right, maybe we'll do something special. In this series, I talk about 3 categories. Category number 1 is things to do. One of the things to do is to remove all of the spent plants. Anything from summer that is no longer good, or for example, like this tomato. I left it here because this is my favorite tomato. It has only a few, it's not producing anymore, it's not growing anymore, and I left it because I thought that I would get lucky again, but it's really just taking room and I need to put something new. If you follow me, this is where I had all of my tomatoes, which I have already removed. I added some flowering annuals just so that I can have something in the interim while I add some new plants in between. Next thing to do is, this has already had some growing plants, so now that they're removed, I need to come back and add some more compost and fertilize, because I'm gonna add some new plants, and whatever is here is a little bit deprived. This wind. Here's where I have my worm castings, and this is what I use to fertilize. So this is almost ready. I hope you can see it. I have a video on that if you're interested. I'll link it here. I also use the worm tea because it's very beneficial. It's also a good idea to deadhead flowers. That way you can also harvest some seeds. This is a hurricane season for us here in South Texas, and we are still in the very high humidity time. Sorry about that. This time last year, I started to see a lot of powdery mildew. So now I'm going to prepare for it. In order to stay ahead of it, we need to start spraying sooner than later. This is a good example. This is a sign of powdery mildew. So I need to spray this before it starts getting worse and it starts to spread. If you have fruit trees like I do, let me take you over to my orchard. Sorry about the sun, but I have a few trees that still have some fruits, and it's not a good idea for the fruit to drop and stay on the ground. You want to make sure that the base of the tree is clean so you prevent the leaf-footed bugs. I have a good example. Here's a pear that I lost and I haven't picked up, and here's another one with all the insects. A lot of ants. I try to inspect my trees daily and I still miss things. This is my basil, and it's a good idea to cut it back. I haven't done it. I just kind of wanted to see its full potential without doing any trimming. I did it last year and I wanted to do it again because I really love to pass by and smell, and I think any time that you have that in the garden, it's just so warming. It's pleasing to be out here and just to smell all the different herbs. I can smell the basil already just by doing that. But you know, it's a time to cut it back. It's already overgrown and I will be doing that. Next thing is, I just added these about a week and a half ago, and my spider mite issue is so bad that everything is like this the moment I set it down. So make sure for spider mites, if you don't want to spray, hose down your plants at least once a week to get rid of some of the spider mites that are on, and then they lay eggs too. So if you want a little bit more control, then I would suggest some neem oil, and this is what they look like. Those are it. I suffered a lot from spider mites this year. I need to get a hold of that for next year. And the last thing is to plan your fall garden. This is the time to do it. My fall garden doesn't start until October, so I still have a ways to go. So that leads me to category number 2, what to purchase. You already know, we need our fall seeds. Duh. The only other thing is compost. You will have to replace the soil amendments, so make sure that you replenish all the good nutrients with some new compost. And lastly, category number 3 is what to do in the garden. This is where I talk about all that you can plant. You can do some beans, the black-eyed peas as well, cucumbers or cucamelons like these. Burpless is a good variety for this late in the summer. Okra is another option. Winter squash, basil, oregano, mint, zinnias, and green onion that I don't have here, but yes, you can do green onion, and all of those from seed. So you can still have a huge garden. Don't forget, you can still do transplants too. Sweet potato, tomatoes. These are some of my favorite. Tomatillo, lemongrass, rosemary, and thyme. Lots and lots of good stuff. Let me know if you're gonna give some of these a try. And that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know if it helped you. Stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be about all of my lessons from my summer garden. What I will do again, what I won't do, and some of my favorite seeds. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. You already know, if you stay till the end, this is when we celebrate the new month. I'm not gonna do a big dance. I will do a quick dance with you right now because I'm super excited that I got my very first Japanese maple tree, and I'm kind of killing it a little bit, but I wanted to show you, and it's really special to me. So if you stay till the end, you are my ride or die friend. So I'm gonna show you a glimpse. I've been wanting a Japanese maple for a while. This one is the Blood Good. They're really expensive. So, and this was one of the cheaper ones. So I said, let me give it a try. And I thought that this area was shady. Apparently not shady enough because I am sort of burning it. So what I need to do is defoliate it and see if we can still get some more new growth. If not, I'm gonna have to move it and see if it's happy somewhere else. So I think I'm gonna cover it like this for this month, and hopefully by next month I don't have to do this anymore because it looks pretty tacky. And that is a wrap.